fiercest and at times most controversial rivalries in all of college football. The two showcase programs from the state of Utah. This game has had a share of fights, it's had a share of feuds. At times it has been a figurative and near literal war. But the most, something about it still feels holy. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Utah's offense has the ball first today. Utah has been wielding bragging rights after blowing out the Cougars the last time they met.
Yeah, last year was Utah making the big plays offensively. Defensively, they put the clamps down, David. Can they put a complete game together again?
And BYU making the mistakes. They don't usually make mistakes. Now, in a big rivalry game, can they be more physical and go meet that Utah challenge?
And the Utes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Gonna run it. It's a Morrow. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Got his man. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Utes look to keep this drive humming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Quick step and go. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. So BYU's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
It's a draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. BYU right back to the line. Starting in 1971, the Beehive Boot was established to determine the best team from the state of Utah. The boot itself estimated to be well over 100 years old.
Man, this is one of the most physical college football games I think we see each and every year, David. And this game's been referred to the holy war between BYU and Utah, but this game almost feels like an NFL matchup because of the size and the physicality these two teams play with.
And Jesse, that's a great breakdown, and I agree with the NFL talent, all that stuff, but let's get back to the boot. 100-year-old boot. Like, that's what the prize is. How bad do you think that thing smells?
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
And frankly, that's a completion. It's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Bring in the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Got his man. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires to the tight end. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. BYU lines up quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Amaro. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. Power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Utes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end. Breaks into the open. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. One final play before the end of the quarter. They want to run this quarterback. And a short gain here in the first quarter will come to a close. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. It's complete on the right side. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Headed to the end zone. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the Utes have it with a first and goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. A run for the quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Utah! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
It's just so nice to have a signal call who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play.
And the ball is loose on the return. Grabbed by the kicking team. Touchdown, Utes! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defense all year long.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. Keeps it and gets to first down. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Oh, they're after him. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. The Utes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Here comes the heat.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game that they had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
They'll leave it with him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You wonder about that play call on 3rd and long, maybe just trying to get themselves a little bit more real estate, but it didn't fool the defense. They create another negative play now deep in the opponent's territory. The defense has just been dominant on this drive.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. On target. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Looking to throw on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They weren't able to move them an inch on second down. Now it's third and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's third and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Rutgers is piling on the points here today. They've opened up a massive lead in what's shaping up to be the kind of blowout neither side will soon forget. They're up 14 over Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Behind the chains now on second and long. Makes the grab on the left. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Caught over the middle. It's Clark. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The play action fake. Quickly complete. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry up. Looking downfield on first down. Sure hands, it's Clark. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's first and 10. Looking deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. The defender was right there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. Fourth down coming. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Beehive boot is on the line, and already BYU and Utah have given us some stirring moments. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the battle between Utah and BYU plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions...
There he goes! And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Now they're lining up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. There's the pressure. He's going to run it.
Well, it's no wonder this quarterback is getting more and more confident. Not necessarily throwing it, but I think running it. You saw that earlier in this drive, too. On that last play, he's thinking to himself, man, it's been working for me so far. Every time I just tuck it, take off scrambling, something good.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy, because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. To the air on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Amaro. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He's got his man. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. They want to throw it. It's complete to the left. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Utes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. This quarterback part of their running game. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
Quarterback keeps it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. On the run, it's in goal. Oh, he didn't get there, and what a stop against an offense that's been magnificent on third down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll need a little distance and defend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. It's the runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Cougars lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get with.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed.
Turns on the Jets. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the tailback. Nice move there. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
And this one is perfect. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds a spot in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yards. Got it out to the 41 with a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big... Just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this. In the
turning it on. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10.
And first down for the offense.
He'll do it himself. He has the 1st and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the stick.
Touchdown, Utah! Quick strike through the air for the score. And Utah is starting to assert itself and seize command of this rivalry by building a big lead.
And the Utes are always ready. This is the team that you can always depend on. Rivalry game, week in, week out. They're built, they know who they are, they're disciplined, they're tough, and that's why they're winning this football game.
And I feel like Utah is also one of those teams that's just ready to pounce, right? They're ready for you to make a mistake, and then they take advantage of it, and that's what they've been able to do in this game. They came in with a good game plan, and they are executing.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because of this.
Gashing the D on the right. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those good old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch them because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The Utes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Going to try to get it himself. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Utes! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. They'll try the run. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, BYU!
rough day for this offense, and finally some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that. Put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Utah 59, BYU 10.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's
Wide open spaces. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Utah! With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun to give, looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Gets it out fast. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Quarterback on the keeper. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And, man, they sneaked the option in there on 3rd and long. And I don't know, was that a misread? Like, do you get the ball to your tailback? Like, it was pretty well defended. They had the quarterback swallowed up. He got some yards, but now you're forced into a 4th down, and this might be a passing situation.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing 2 great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack from both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Utes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The hand to the running back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
6. Good enough for a 1st down.
The sportsmanlike thing to do might be victory formation. The stat hog would kick a field goal here. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind.